serious thought and consideration. In some circles, they say meditation. I like to call it brooding. In other words, I'm just thinking through things. It could be something that went on in my life, but what it requires is a deep dive into oneself. Because ultimately, one must be true to themselves. When I reflect, it's about more than thinking about what has gone on in my external, on in me. What's happening with me? What is going on down on the inside of me? Because just as water reflects your image as you gaze into it, when you look into yourself, you really see who you are. So reflection causes us to ponder and to think about those things that really make us happy. And that's all right. That's all right. Sometimes you need to think about what makes you happy. Sometimes we spend all of our energy. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about this kind of selfish type of thing where you always just thinking about you. But sometimes you got to think about what makes you happy, because sometimes we can get so caught up into making sure that everybody else is straight, but we're dying on the inside. Making sure that everybody else is happy and that everybody else is good, but we crying on the inside. And so reflection, meditation, brooding, if you will, gives us an opportunity to really dig deep and see what makes us feel happy. Because the truth of the matter is, you really can't, in a real honest way, show people how to live if you're not living. Show people what it means to find joy and happiness if you're not happy. I mean, we can put on airs, we can pretend, we can fake. I know something about that. But when you are really tapped into who you are and what motivates you and what drives you and what gives you that that gusto, that thing, then, as the old folk used to say, you cooking with grease. And so reflection comes to cause us to take a deep dive as it relates to what's happening on the inside of us. Because here's the reality: excellence is built from the inside out, not the outside in. You know how they used to say, you are what you eat, that kind of thing. So even as it relates to, what we're eating, our dietary issues, what we're reading, who has our ear? Yeah, all of those things are a reflection of what's happening down on the inside of us. And I don't know about you, but in 2021, I want us to get right on the inside. Because here's the reality: life is too short for you to be running around here unhappy. For you not to know who you are. Not only whose you are, but who you are. Not not only whose you are, but who you are. And sometimes discovering who you are may not make everybody happy. They might not fully understand, but again, you cannot really help people get where they need to be if you have not gotten where you need to be.